Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. We'll give you a quick update from the match between New Zealand and Pakistan. Pakistan trailed by 295. They've ended the day at 154 for 3, but not before a frustrating 100-run partnership between Ajaz Patel and Matt Henry, which propelled New Zealand to 449. At one stage, it looked like New Zealand would get all out for 340, 350, but it was the last wicket pair who really frustrated Pakistan. They batted well and more than that, I feel that Pakistan should have wrapped it up. This is going to cost them those 100 runs, whether they lose this game or draw. If they got New Zealand under 350, then I think that they could have easily gone and won this game as well. The way they're batting, it's a good wicket to bat on. But that 100-run partnership is going to cost Pakistan. That's what I feel. They're still in the game. It's still all three results are still possible. But New Zealand always have the upper hand right now because they have the lead. And they're a few wickets away going into the tail and putting pressure on Pakistan. And it looks like Pakistan will probably have to bat last on this pitch, which might not be easy. So I think overall it's been a good day of cricket. Again, it's favoring the batsmen. I felt that Pakistan opened the day really well with the ball. They bowled pretty well. Abrar Ahmed picking up wickets again. His tally went up to 4, and he was picking up wickets regularly, but that last wicket partnership, the way Henry and Ajaz Patel batted, you have to applaud them. It was an excellent partnership. They frustrated Pakistan. They got the boundaries. They rotated the strike. They were solid in defense. Ajaz Patel in particular consumed a lot of deliveries, but he made sure he was there to allow Matt Henry to build on that score and give New Zealand a very competitive score. I think 449 on this wicket is a good score, a very good score actually. And Pakistan are still not out of it. If you look at their innings, again, they lost a couple of wickets, and then just when Babar Azam was looking so good along with Imam ul Haq, the partnership was building. That mix-up, that run-out, out of nowhere, Imam, he sold Babar down the river, and then he had the audacity to also shout at him and scream. I don't know what that was about. It was just probably guilt. There's a lot of pressure on Imam now. He has to make sure he converts this start into a big 100, and mistakes happen, he has to accept it and move on and make sure that he keeps Pakistan in the game, because if there's wickets, then mushkil ho jayega. Chirag bhai has joined us saying Shubman and Shivam Mavi debut today. That is breaking news, Chirag bhai. Thank you for letting me know. So the toss is in 4-5 minutes. We'll give you the update from that game as well. But I'm just quickly reviewing the Pakistan versus New Zealand for now. And that run out, it could have caused problems, but Saud Shakil came. He played like 35 deliveries before he got off the mark, and but he's giving Imam ul Haq that support. Imam playing his shots, a few sixes as well, finding the boundaries, and now it's about trying to get to that New Zealand score, and maybe not as quick as possible, but I think they need to get to at least 450, 460, and then take it from there. It won't be easy because a couple of wickets here and there, then they can, New Zealand get into that tail. They put pressure on Pakistan. So they have to be alert. They can't afford any mistakes with the bat, Pakistan, because they are under pressure. When you concede 450 runs, you will always be under pressure. Joining me is my co-host Faiz Tahir is joining very soon. He's waiting in the wings, and there you are. How are you doing? Oh, haircut and everything ready for India versus Sri Lanka series, huh? New series,
Yeah.
new year, new haircut.
न्यू ईयर न्यू हेयर कट, पिच भी कटी तो मैं भी काट दूंगा. सोचा मैं अपने आप को भी थोड़ा क्लीन हो जाएंगे, थोड़ा हवा आएंगी. Probably movement in my head as well, like the ball probably. But yeah, जबरदस्त scenes. I can't wait for the match. Really excited for it, man.
Yeah, अभी 2-3 मिनट में toss होगा, then we'll have the team. We can put the team up hopefully in the banner, or we'll discuss the team. Ibrahim by saying Henry was good today with bat and ball. He was outstanding.
Yeah,
Even with
wow.
the ball, he was getting to reverse fence, but with the bat, man, your thoughts on that 11th wicket partnership? So frustrating. Like Pakistan should have finished it off, but that was a very key partnership, because there's a huge difference between 350, 450. 350, Pakistan can win the test match. 450, थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है to win the test match.
Yeah, 100%. लास्ट में चिकट 104 रन पार्टनरशिप कहां से आया? बिकॉज द वे एजाज अहमद वाज प्लेइंग इन द बिगिनिंग, ऐसा लगा निकल जाएगा. But भाई, credit to both of them. They managed to get a 104 run partnership. Matt Henry with some brilliant shots. उनका 6 जो उन्हें पुल करा आरोन नसीम को, next level shot था वो. I mean, too much था. And yeah, definitely, like you said, 450 is going to be a very thing. We were discussing yesterday. You said 380 would be good. I said 405, and at once you were 405, 49. I'm like, चलो ठीक है. But फिर कहाँ से कहाँ आके लेके चले गए. एजाज भाई 35 मैच मारूंगा बोले, but yeah, unfortunately फिर टॉप पिच लग के आउट हो गए. But yeah, credit to New Zealand, man.
Yeah, because मैं तो बहुत surprised हुआ. Like, I thought that 400 is out of reach when they were 340 for 9 or whatever. I thought it's out of reach, khatam hai, and Pakistan are well in the game. But, that 100-run partnership, it takes the sting out of the game. It puts pressure on Pakistan because they'll probably have to bat last now. And first now, the main thing is to try to get to that target of 450 and then try to build some sort of lead. Even then, to enforce a result, if they get into 450, how long it takes them and everything will also be taken into consideration. It does look a good wicket to bat on. The way Imam is batting, it's a good wicket to bat on, and I'm sure the score runs. Chirag by saying Imam shouting on Babar after run out and training his back gold content, man. That was out of guilt. I don't know why he was shouting at him. It was completely Imam's fault, and he just probably wanted to defend himself, or he was just guilty. So he said it, and Babar was just telling. I felt the way Babar behaved himself was pretty good. मैं तो like bat लेके मार देता था like at that time. It's like because it was not Babar's fault at all. I
No, I think
criticized
it was,
Babar a lot.
I think Imam rather was shouting at Babar. I think he was shouting at himself, saying that already the context of the game हो गया था, two
नहीं
wickets
उस पे
down.
चिल्ला रहा था उन्हें बाबर पे चिल्ला रहा था वो.
How? But like when if out of frustration, like you said now, चिड़े में आके दो मेरा fantasy pick तो इमाम वाला हक वाला बच गया मैं लेकिन इमाम या overall इमाम की बैटिंग अगर अपन देख रहे हैं इमाम solid दिख रहा he looks confident. I told you last match maybe he was getting there. Run out very uncalled for, unnecessary था वो, it wasn't required. I think they just had to build the innings rather than take this kind of runs. But yeah, क्या ही कर सकते हैं अपन. साउथ शकील भी थोड़ा shaky दिख रहा, but yeah, these guys really have to bank on it. What else? But they do still bat in the deep. अभी आगा सलमान तक batting है, but कभी doesn't look that good. If New Zealand managed to get them out for like a 250, 300, then they can just bat on day 3 or probably day 4 तक and give Pakistan a run.
That's what I'm saying. Imam, this partnership has to be the key. It has to be a big partnership. They can't afford any mistakes. Imam needs to be on point the whole day, like tomorrow, like especially the first session. They can't lose a wicket because if you lose a wicket on this pitch, sometimes you lose a couple. So I feel that Pakistan have to extend this partnership as much.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you, Mustafa, but Sri Lanka have won the toss and I think they're going to bowl first.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I mean, they won the toss. He called heads, and heads it
Yeah,
is. Yeah, we'll get.
as it is.
We'll wait for the playing 11, and Fez, if you can put it in the banner, we'll discuss the playing 11. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just take a few comments and then we'll get into that India Sri Lanka. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing well, and please do like and share and subscribe. Your support is valuable. Thank you so much, Techie Live, and I hope you join us after the game as well. We will come live. I don't know exactly what time, but we will try to come after the game. We'll make the banner and everything, and we will go ahead with the stream, and hopefully more people will join us because it'll be after the game and we can discuss the India Sri Lanka. Excited for it, and I have a feeling it'll be a good stream as well. It'll be entertaining stream. Guys, Pakistan approach ऐसा दिख रहा है कि ये मैच कराची में नहीं डरबन साउथ अफ्रीका में खेल रहे हैं ऐसा लग रहा है. बिल्कुल भाई सही बात है. Even the way Saud started batting, he consumed 35 deliveries before he got off the mark. Very conservative. I still feel they need to play the shots, play some attacking cricket. आप घर पे खेल रहे हैं, you're playing negative, you're playing for a draw, it looks like, as of now. Even with the ball, that last wicket partnership, they're scared that they're going to score runs. There was no aggressive intent in the field that Fez always mentions about. Field placement wasn't as attacking. So yeah, डर के खेल रहे Pakistan, and they need to definitely improve tomorrow. Do you think Imam should have crossed and saved Babar? He would never do that. Like, no one would do that. It's
Yeah, I
his
think
mistake.
नहीं चिराग भाई, given the context of this team अभी सब अपनी सीट के लिए बचा रहे हैं. I don't think anybody won. Imam is under immense pressure anyway because of Inzamam, so I think he won't do that either
But
way.
if I look at the question, I would say yes, because he's the
Yeah,
captain,
it's
but
his fault.
it's
Yeah.
it's just like the captain is his fault. But like, no, like he shouldn't. He would never. Like, no one would do that. I wouldn't do that either. What are your thoughts on Afridi announcing that players with a strike rate less than 130 to 135 won't be considered a Pakistan T20 team? I mean, it's a good approach with the modern T20 thing, but strike rate के साथ थोड़ा average भी रहना. अगर शायद भाई के जैसा एक बॉल छक्का मार के आउट हो गए तो फिर क्या फायदा 300 strike rate के साथ? There needs to be a bit of average involved as well. That's what I feel. Yes, T20 is all about strike rate, but if you're striking and not being able to build on those runs, then it's kind of an issue. I feel it's a good positive mindset. Maybe it's a way to encourage other people as well, the likes of Babar and Rizwan, to pick it up. But I'll tell you another thing in that there's a different side to it. Babar and Rizwan average 130 in T20s. How they start very slow and then they pick up end में इधर उधर चौके वोके मार के 130 तक आ जाते हैं उन लोग, या 128 130. तो is that useful indicator? I don't think so. It's about how you start the game, your intent from ball one, running between the wickets, scoring, and that's a better indicator than overall strike rate. That's what I feel.
Yeah, 100%. I think as
Sri
well.
Lanka win the toss and choose to bowl first. Did the 11 come out?
The 11 is not about Shubman Gill is playing, and like
I
Chirag Bhai said, Shubman and Shivam Mavi are debuting today.
so let's get
As
into our.
Arshdeep wasn't available, so Mavi comes in his place. But I'm just waiting for the exact squad. But hopefully we'll get in a bit. Yeah.
No, Arshdeep. So the death overs would be interesting. Might be Mavi bowling those death overs with no Arshdeep over there. So congratulations to them for making their debut. Both Shivam Mavi and Shubman Gill. That's the latest news from the India Sri Lanka. Once the 11 is there, we'll dissect that as well. Yeah, but Fez, how do you see this test match going? A draw, win, lose for Pakistan?
With the way New Zealand is set out right now, if they manage to get early wicket, definitely they should go for the kill. I just hope they're not that conventional and sort of want to play out another big innings. अगर 250 300 तक आप निकाल लिए फिर भी आपका 150 की लीड है, add another 150 200 to it and बस bowling करते जाओ because pitch थोड़ा crumble हो रही, you can see a little bit turn. Positive today I saw from Abrar Ahmed a little bit more. He wasn't that like he gave 100 runs yesterday, but today I think his overall figures were 149 something. So he didn't give a lot of runs today, and he picked up four. So that 3 wickets today. So that was some positive from Abrar Ahmed, and because the criticism he got yesterday, okay, he was leaking a lot of runs, and everybody was coming out of, after him, but he managed to get some wickets back, and still another four or five overs से कम ये बच्चा लेने की कोशिश कर रहा भी नहीं. And yeah, he tried googlies, he tried a lot of variation. I think that's why also he got smacked a lot. But yeah, credit to him that he came back stronger from the first day. But yeah, I think New Zealand. I see a result in this game because it's only day 2 and we've already passed like 1.5 innings. Pakistan agar nahi survive ho paye, then they can really a result can come up from this thing.
A bit of turn as well for Sodhi Bracewell. You see a bit of turn again, not like that, the massive turn that you want to see. But there is a bit of turn that they can exploit tomorrow, and it looks like the pitch will wear a bit as the match progresses. So New Zealand will definitely need to try and get as many wickets as possible. Try to get Pakistan all out tomorrow by just after tea and get some sort of lead. If they get some sort of lead, then New Zealand are in the driver's seat. If Pakistan get to the total and then they build on the lead, then New Zealand might be in trouble because you still have a couple days after tomorrow. And whoever bats last, it'll be a bit tricky. Arey, Team 10 had come on, United. What a manager changing the scenes at Old Trafford. Thank you for joining us. So we should bring in
आज रात में मैच है आपका, आप क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे?
Umar Akmal, bhai. You want to bring him as a batsman, as a keeper, as a coach, as a mentor? How do you want to bring him in? Player to nahi khelenga unhe, Umar Akmal. But I honestly don't. I rated Umar Akmal to a certain extent. I felt he had surreal talent. He had a lot of talent when he first came in. Magar दिमाग यूज नहीं कर रहा उन्हें मेरे हिसाब से अभी तो you have to back your youngsters and you already have experienced players. Iftikhar is also mature, he's past his 30s, I think. So, you have enough experience to dwell on. I don't think we need to go back to that Umar Akmal route. Umar Akmal, हर वक्त news में आ जाता, कुछ ना कुछ controversy चलती रहती है. I think it's better just focus on your youth and take it from there. That will be the thing.
Chirag Bhai sir, based on Afridi's thing, only Asif Ali will be left in the Pakistani team. Current squad ke hisab se agar
but the thing is, 130 is not that heavy of a strike rate. Well, if you look at it, Babar and Rizwan can get 130 strike rate. It's not a big deal. 150 per baat hoti. 130 to
But I don't think it's the right way of assessing on this. Strike rate is not everything. Like you said, let's just take Surya Kumar for 1 second. उन्हें 2 छक्के आके मारा था 2 बॉल में. Strike rate 200 कुछ तो भी हो जाता. फिर उसके बाद क्या? 200 भी उससे ज्यादा ही हो जाता obviously.
वही तो है, it's you have to balance everything. खाली आप strike rate देखते, of course strike rate is a huge part of T20 modern cricket, लेकिन you have to look at other factors as well, and 130 is not that high of a strike rate. Okay, fine, if you a lot of people will try to average 130, a lot of players, Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul are 134 135, I think that's their career T20. So if they can do that, then and the likes of Rizwan and Babar are very close to 130 if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think it's that big of a
okay, we have the playing 11. I'm just going to add it very quickly.
You're going to add the playing 11 for India versus Sri Lanka. The game starts in 20 minutes. We'll catch you after the thing. So I can read it out while Faiz is writing the thing. Ishan Kishan, Shubman Gill, that's your opening pair. No Gaikwad. So you have Surya Kumar at 3. Sanju Samson at 4. That's the big breaking news. Sanju Samson is playing. Hardik Pandya at 5. Deepak Huda at 6. Akshar Patel, Harshal Patel, Shivam Mavi, Umran Malik, Yuzvendra Chahal. One thing strikes out: there's no Washington Sundar. Akshar Patel plays in place of him, and I think only one can play. So fair enough. I would like to see Sundar, but okay, fine. They've gone with Akshar Patel, Harshal Patel, Shivam Mavi, and Umran Malik make your fast bowling core. UC Chahal is your leg spinner. No Kuldeep Yadav. And your top order is Ishan Kishan, Shubman Gill, Surya Kumar, Sanju Samson. That's your top four. That's your top four. Sanju Samson plays. So everybody who wanted Sanju Samson to play, he's here. Will he make the most of it? Only time will tell. And it's good to see Surya slotted at 3. I think the more deliveries you give him, the better. He's someone who scored hundreds at number 4. So maybe at number 3, he can even score more runs. If you look at Sri Lanka's team, Nisanka and Mendes will open. Then you have Dhananjaya De Silva, good shout at number 3. Then Asalanka at 4, Rajapaksa 5. Then your all-rounder and captain Dhasun Shanaka, Hasaranga, Karuna Ratne, Krishna, Madhushanka, and Kasun Rajita. So Fez's fantasy pick is not playing today. You'll have to change that, bro.
Mine will be the last one you named, that Kasum Rajita, fantastic bowler. जबरदस्त खेला उन्हें LPL में भी उसके stats बेहतरीन थे. I was actually going to give him a shout out yesterday, but I forgot. But yeah, this guy is going to be also good to see.
Samson is in playing 11. I was wrong, but my opinion doesn't change. I mean, you're entitled to opinion, but we were comparing Samson and Huda, I think, right? And they're both playing. So I'm happy that they're both playing. Who misses out? Gaikwad misses out. I would have liked to see Gaikwad play, but there was a lot of talk. Shubman Gill has played, proven himself more on international stage, whereas Gaikwad domestically has done really well, but international wise he hasn't lived up to their expectation. But I feel that you have to give him that confidence for him to live up to that expectation. Let's see how the approach is. I think Ishan Kishan will be attacking. He will look for boundaries early on. Shubman Gill, he will look to anchor, but at the same time I want to see him play aggressive as well. Hardik Pandya said in the press conference yesterday that they're going to play some aggressive cricket. They're going to play with intent, and he also acknowledged that World Cup mein nahi hua tha ye, even though that was the plan before also. Lekin he's giving his he's going to back his boys to the core. He's going to back them as much as he can, and he wants them to play fearless cricket. Hopefully we'll see a glimpse of that today. India batting first, so I don't know exactly how the pitch is going to play. I think they need to get a big score, 180 plus. The pitch report, there's true covering of grass, Achit Agarkar said, and going to be tough night for bowlers. The square boundaries are 62 meters, down the ground 71. High. Matlab 200 hona aapko aaj, 200 minimum chahiye aapko. And that's where India will have to look to target. Again, initially first few balls you'll have to gauge how the pitch is playing. It looks like it's a good wicket, you still need to gauge and then start over by over change your plans and your target. I don't think you need to have a set target score. Try to aim for that 200 and see how it goes. Hardik again going 7 bowling options. Is this an indication that he doesn't want to bowl? Yeah, it's an indication that he's not fully fit to bowl 4 overs. It is an indication of that, if you ask me. He wants to cover himself there and maybe bowl a few overs, a couple of overs whenever needed. He will bowl. I think he's going with that safety net. I'll give that option. And then Deepak Huda, he also said that Deepak Huda is someone he's going to give overs to. He said that clearly, and I like that. If you're gonna, if you have someone like a Deepak Huda as a utility player, then use him in all aspects, not just the batting. He's there at the number 6 slot and he can give you a few overs, whether it's in the power play or in the middle overs. So mereko acha lagega wo.
I'm just waiting कि कल जो press conference हुई थी उसके हिसाब से जो बोला in terms of backing to the core, okay, he might be doing that, but that template की भी बात करा था. देखो, we did change our template in Australia and stuff like that. Now he's saying that we'll be backing it and we'll be going after it. We just want our boys to go and express ourselves. So this is the perfect time for you guys to express yourself. New year, new you, but keep it the same, not in the World Cup या कहीं बड़े tournament में आके change yourself. What we did in Australia. So it's going to be interesting if they stick to their word. I think this is the biggest tournament apart from all the players. It's probably one of the biggest for Deepak Huda in person because it's time for him to prove himself.
And Sanju Samson, because there's a huge Sanju Samson following. Everybody is backing him. They should give him 3 T20s, all 3 he should play now, I think, and I'm sure they will do that. Everyone has been backing him. Every journalist, every fan has backed him. Now it's his time to step up to the plate. Now is not the time to say कि भाई नहीं उसको इतने time के बाद chance मिला इसलिए नहीं perform करा. No, he's been in and around the squad. He's gotten his chance now, and he's played for India before. He understands what it is to play international cricket. He's the leader in the IPL team, so it's his time to shine now, and he's coming after probably Surya Kumar Yadav, so he has a good cushion over there, and then Hardik Pandya comes after him, so he's slotted in a safe place where he can actually really do well and shine basically.
Yeah. What are the thoughts on Bumrah coming back into the ODI squad? That was one of the fresh of the press kind of a situation, but yeah, just quickly adding it here so that we get people's thoughts.
Yeah, Bumrah, that's great news. Like, again, we have to be a bit careful. We don't know the extent to the injury, how fit he is. Is he 100%, or is he coming in with the World Cup inside? They need to he needs to get overs under his belt. I don't know exactly what the situation is. There's IPL coming up as well. Hopefully, his workload gets managed over there. But with that back issue, whatever. And Bumrah has an action. Shoaib Akhtar said it a few years ago. You can
Wait.
you can like Shoaib Akhtar, but he's a fast bowler. He's telling you from experience that action will cause injuries, and he was right. वो टाइम पे नहीं हो रही थी इंजरी, so लोग बोलते हैं शोएब अख्तर ऐसी बोल रहा है जले से ये वो नहीं, मगर fast bowler knows, like Shoaib Akhtar himself has gone through injuries. It's not like he's trying to put Bumrah down and say कि भाई no, he analyzed his action and he said कि भाई खुली बात है ये एक्शन में इसको इंजरी प्रोन हो सकता है, and that's what we're worried about. As he's getting older, as he's playing more cricket, his action is causing him to get more injuries, and it's a sensitive thing because he came back from injury and got injured again. So hopefully that doesn't reoccur. I hope it's a smooth process and he's fully fit in time for that World Cup. And I told you Bumrah will slot in. You were asking me, remember, like a few weeks ago, that will he come? He'll come straight in, Jasprit Bumrah. So yeah, I'm happy to see him. I'm just, but at the same time, a bit nervous as well that if he's fully fit or not. From that end, but yeah, Fez, from the 11, you're happy with the India's 11? I like Sri Lanka's one as well.
Yeah, I like India's 11 because like it's giving chances to a lot of people. I did want to see Shubman Gill as well, but a little bit upset. I would have like maybe if like I thought Deepak would have grabbing it, but yeah, maybe Hardik Pandya is not ready to bowl. Maybe that's why getting that depth in bowling as well as batting. Good to see Shivam Mavi introduced. Arshdeep wasn't available apparently, so I just hope there's no injury in that context. But apart from that, yeah, pretty much what we expected. Chahal also big टाइम फॉर चहल टू प्रूव हिमसेल्फ. अगर यहाँ पे भी नहीं खेला तो फिर मुश्किल हो जाएगा उसके लिए. Apart from that, yeah, Sri Lanka, good change. Lahiro wasn't there, though his best bowler, but yeah, this guy is crazy. The one I'm talking, Kasun Rajita, Zabardast, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting match. काफी excitement हो रही मेरे को तो कि भाई when are we gonna get, because it looks like you said a few days ago कि भाई इंडिया को देख के बहुत टाइम ऐसा लग रहा है कि बहुत टाइम हो गया, but actually इतना टाइम नहीं हुआ. But yeah, it's just what we want to see.
Yeah, I think their approach, they'll have to, from the pitch report, what I can read, it's a good wicket to back down, and there's going to be a lot of runs. Agarkar mentioned it's going to be a tough night for the bowlers. So if it's like that, then they have to get 215, 200, like 200 plus basically, and take it from there. But of course, that will change. Sometimes the pitch report is not as perfect as we see. Yeah. So sometimes, you have to gauge it while you're in the middle. You'll assess conditions and then take it from there. But if that's the case, then Ishan Kishan needs to go from ball one. Shubman Gill also has to have like a 130 plus strike rate. Then you have Surya, he will play one way. Sanju Samson, Hardik Pandya, Deepak Hooda, and Akshar Patel. Now, it'll be interesting to see how Hardik approaches it, because normally he takes a few deliveries before getting into his stride and scoring. But I feel if he comes after a good start, now for India, it's always depending on the good start. If you see if the top three bat well, India always scores really high. And where I want to see is if they do lose wickets, how do the batsmen approach?
Balance?
If they're 20 for 3, will Hardik come and smash it? Will they continue to play counter attacking? जब आपको पता चलेगा. अगर आप 100 for no loss से फिर आके उन्हें 3 छक्के उड़ाते हैं तो that's anyone, you expect that. But if it's 20 for 3, 20 for 4, वैसे I don't think वैसे conditions रहेंगे, मगर अगर वैसा हो गया situation, तो that's what I want to see. Chirag Bhai Singh, I'm not happy because in ICC tournaments we always make changes for two reasons: a lefty in middle order and batting till 8, but we don't look out for these things in bilaterals, and you shouldn't look out for the things. You need to pick players with form. You can't go always lefty, righty, tactical. अरे उन लोग के पास लेफ्ट हैंडर ज्यादा, लेग स्पिनर मत खिलाओ, लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर मत खिलाओ, ये करो वो करो. No, you go with who's most informed. If he's a left arm spinner or leg spinner, or if he's a left hand or right hand batsman, अगर उन्हें फॉर्म में उसको खिलाओ भाई. हाँ फैज, अगर आपकी चल रही, I expect you to get a left hander out as well. You're a left arm bowler, right? I expect you to get a left. It's not just ki
Yeah.
bhai वैसा नहीं. Why am I picking you in the team just to bowl at right-handers? No, yeah, maybe you can bowl more to right-handers. Like I can rotate the bowling like that. But if I'm captain, I expect you to get left-handers out as well. So these matchup
Yeah,
thing, it doesn't
I don't think
always
that
work.
can be. Yeah, I don't think that can be a reason as well as because if as a bowler, what is your main mission is to get wickets. Let it be left, right. Let him play
Oh,
central. Also, you have to get him out, man. That is the key,
but
and
he's
that is
right.
why you're a bowler, huh?
चिराग भाई राइट वर्ल्ड कप्स में तो ऐसे ही करते हैं उन लोग मैचअप्स देख लेते लेफ्टी को इसलिए घुसा देते मिडिल में या बॉलर को चेंज कर देते बिकॉज ऑफ द मैचअप्स इन द अदर टीम
Yeah,
तो
but then that is something you figure out. I mean, that is, yeah, I understand what Chirag was saying, but that is what something you need to figure out in the camp, right? That is why you have these camps and stuff where you have left-hander batsmen as well. ऐसा नहीं कि आपके पास left-hander batsman है इसने, खिलाओ extra, समझाओ आप, सीखो वो चीज, get over it. I mean, I think they're just making it too easy now for everybody. अगर आप right-hander bowler सिर्फ right-hander batsman को डाल सकते हो तो आपकी सुविधा के लिए हम ये वाला डाल देंगे. You can't do that. This is cricket and भाई शोएब अख्तर इनला सब या जो भी लेजेंड है ब्रेटली इनला पूरे सबको डालते थे सबको आउट करते थे ऐसा कभी सोचे भी नहीं थे अपन ऐसी चीजें आएंगे in back in the day we not चाहिए left right biasness and all of these things we didn't think of it. सबको सब आउट करते सबको सब डालते अब गेम ऐसा प्रोग्रेस हो रहा ऐसा लग रहा कि भाई लेफ्ट हैंडर्स को नहीं डाल सकते राइट आर्म बॉलर्स एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट पाकिस्तान में भी यही प्रॉब्लम चल रही है अभी but you have to find a fix. You can't run away from it, right? अब आपका इंजर हो गया कोई लेफ्ट आर्म बॉलर तो क्या करते फिर अब हर्षदीप नहीं है आज क्या करते फिर you can't say कि अरे लेफ्ट हैंडर आते तो हम नहीं आउट कर सकते थे that'll be so stupid.
Yeah, I mentioned the batters if they're under pressure, if the top order gets out, how the middle order performs. Also, I'm interested to see how hard they reacts when his bowlers get hit. What changes he makes, what field placements he makes, how he communicates with the bowler. That's something that I will watch out for today in particular because जब pressure रहता फिर आपको दिखने में आता कि captaincy कैसी चल रही है और कैसे कौन सा decisions ले रहे हैं. If India is dominating the game, then you won't really consider the captaincy. But if they're getting hit around power play में अगर 60-70 खा लिए फिर हार्दिक कैसा रिस्पॉन्ड करता कौन से चेंजेस बनाता बॉलर्स के साथ कैसा बात करता वो बहुत दिलचस्प रहेंगी देखने के लिए मेरे
I'm a little confident in Hardik Pandya as a captain because Gujarat Titans में भी उन्हें अच्छा संभाला था. He had international players under his wing as well. ऐसा नहीं था कि खाली Indians थे. तो I think Rashid Khan ऐसा सब obviously it's much more easier in IPL because आपको मालूम रहता है खेल खेल के एक आदत हो जाती है इंटरनेशनल सर्फेस है ये अलग सिचुएशन है बट फिर भी इसमें 4-5 T20s उन्हें करके है तो I'm pretty sure and he has a good relationship with all of the players in the camp. It's not like he has any grudges with anyone like we saw in the test match or something where we saw someone abusing someone and stuff like that. So I don't think वो सब होने वाला है. I think Hardik Pandya is a chill candidate. He likes to keep it chill and mellow. Yeah, pressure situation में how he reacts and soaks up the pressure and acts accordingly or does he lose it and sort of start shouting? That is something that will be interesting. But tactically also his field placements and everything, I'll be very curious to see that.
Chirag was saying either you make your team according to matchups throughout the year or ignore them in ICC tournaments. पूरा साल भी कुछ भी करते हैं फिर tournaments में they start looking that at the matchups. Yeah, I agree with you. अगर आप जो कर रहे हैं consistently करो आप just because ICC tournament आप बदलो मत आप अपना खेलो because फिर क्या होता you're not used to it, right? Because आप खेल रहे हैं एक साल एक तरह फिर उसके बाद जब बड़ा टूर्नामेंट आता है एकदम से आप पूरा टैक्टिक्स ये वो चेंज कर देते हैं so players भी confused हो जाते हैं. That's why you have to play with a particular system and that's why this new thing of 20 players and all that is a good thing because ये भी हो रहा था कि भाई प्लेयर भी अलग खेल रहे हैं अलग सीरीज में तो वो केमिस्ट्री नहीं बिल्ड हो रही थी आपको नहीं पता स्ट्रेंथ वीकनेसेस आपको पता नहीं चल रहा था आपका फिनिशर कौन है पता नहीं चल रहा था ओपनर कौन है आपका डेथ बॉलर कौन है वो लाइक आगे वर्ल्ड कप में यू ट्राइंग टू फिगर आउट हु इज द योर डेथ बॉलर हु इज दिस हु इज दैट तो उस हिसाब से आई एग्री दैट यू हैव टू कीप इट कंसिस्टेंट थ्रू आउट द ईयर वेदर यू विन और लूज you make a system you make a process and then you follow that process you trust the process like tata it takes time but win or lose like this series if India lose it I don't have a problem I'll tell you honestly it's not a problem but it's like building towards something you have a philosophy you go with it you play attacking cricket if you're getting all out for 160 but you in 16 overs I don't mind because your philosophy is to attack right But you stick with that throughout the year in the ICC tournament. Don't be scared of even losing matches in a tournament. England lost to Ireland. They still won the World Cup. You have to take that into consideration that if you're going to play risky cricket, you have to play also in bade matches. खाली ये matches में आप risky cricket खेलेंगे वैसा नहीं होता. I don't mind if you lose bilaterals. I don't mind anything. But जब tournament के time पे आता, you got to perform and you have to have an identity how you're going to play. England's identity doesn't change whether they win or lose. They still play that brand of cricket.
I think वो भी है कि with this 20-man thing, it will be much more helpful for the players psychologically because एक वो हो जाएगा कि भाई हमारी प्लेस अभी है ये टीम में, ऐसा नहीं है कि हर हर परफॉर्मेंस पे आपको फिर एक स्ट्रेस रहता है कि आज मैं अगर नहीं परफॉर्म करूंगा मैं घर जा रहा हूँ, या एक सेफ्टी नेट मिल जाएगा उन लोगों को कि जिधर they'll be able to relax a bit and play out their natural game rather than playing under pressure despite no pressure, without any. But KL Rahul, for example, yeah, he has even given safety net. Just taking him for an example basis that अभी नहीं परफॉर्म कर रहा उसको हकाल देंगे बोल के एक डर. Let's take instead of KL Rahul, let's put like a Shubman Gill or a Deepak Hooda in those places. And if these guys make that 20-man squad, then they're a little bit more relaxed when they're playing. They're not stressed about their seat. So I think that is what this 20-man squad also helps. And obviously the chemistry factor that we spoke about, that'll be a very crucial aspect as well.
Yeah, 100%. First, we'll wrap it up soon because the match is starting in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So your prediction, how much is India scoring and how much is Sri Lanka scoring? Who's going to win this?
Okay, India's batting first. India is going to score about 210 odd runs.
Yeah.
I see a good knock from Ishan Kishan. And yeah, I think India is going to win.
I'll go India 183 and Sri Lanka to chase it in the last over.
Whoa.
So the reason I'm saying that is because I just feel that if what I'm expecting from the pitch, if it's going to be a good batting wicket and with the small boundaries, I feel that it'll be easier to chase.
I feel
now
Chahal is
India
going to be a very crucial thing in this today.
Yeah, and the thing is, even Chahal has could get hit in these things, but he likes bowling with small boundaries. He plays in the Chinnaswamy. He has that experience, so maybe he has the edge over Hasaranga over there. Lekin I feel India need to get 230, man, 220, 230 if they want to convincingly win this. Lekin they can still win. They can even defend 180, 190. Why not? But I just feel on this pitch, and this ground in particular, I feel it's a chasing ground. That's why I'm giving Sri Lanka the edge slightly. But I can be completely wrong. India 161 for चिराग भाई और कम गए मेरे से. मैं तो ज्यादा बोला. मैं समझा मैं कम बोला.
मेरे को लग रहा मैं बहुत ज्यादा पॉजिटिव चलेगा शायद ये स्कोर.
लेकिन but that's the thing, आप जो स्कोर लिए वही मैच विनिंग का एरिया में है. 210 200 प्लस. आई थिंक दैट विल बी मैच विनिंग. अब ये भी हो सकता है इंडिया 160 मार के डिफेंड भी कर ले, लेकिन अभी जो पिच रिपोर्ट आ रही है और जो ग्राउंड के डायमेंशंस है और जो मुंबई का हिस्ट्री है, इट्स अ गुड पिच टू चेस ऑन. उसमें या तो अगर आप देखें 2016 में भी विराट कोहली 80 कुछ मारा था सेमीफाइनल में, वेस्ट इंडीज चेस्ड इट डाउन. तो if you just look at history, we look at the dimensions and everything, it kind of
the way I'm looking at it is the batting quality that we have, and it's easy enough to par a 200 for us because we start off with two youngsters and we have Mr. like 360 in there, which is giving me the most hope. So I said Surya is my player to watch out for. And yeah, definitely I have a feeling that he's going to do something spectacular today. That is why I'm saying 200 easy मान लेते हैं अपन with the quality of
ये भी है कि आपका जो डेथ बॉलिंग है और जो आपकी फास्ट बॉलिंग इनएक्सपीरियंस्ड है. तो अगर प्रेशर में आगे उन लोग कैसा रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे, विल दे बी एबल टू डिफेंड ऑन दिस काइंड ऑफ पिच. दैट्स व्हाट आई विल वांट टू सी कि भाई ठीक है, अगर रन भी मार दिए 200 भी मार दिए, आप डिफेंड कर सकेंगे क्या जब प्रेशर आएगा लास्ट 3 ओवर्स में. अगर 30-40 चाहिए, विल यू होल्ड योर नर्व एंड नेल दोस यॉर्कर्स, विल यू स्टिक टू अ प्लान? बिकॉज आपकी बॉलिंग भी इनएक्सपीरियंस्ड है. ऐसा नहीं है कि बुमराह इज गोना स्टीम इन एंड बोल nail 6 out of 6 Yorkers. It's not going to be like that. Will Umran Malik be able to hold his nerve? Will Mavi be able to, your death bowler who's done well in the recent past, unhe bhi nahi khel raha Arshdeep. Harshal Patel, he's supposed to be your banker. Will he be able to hold his nerve? Will his slow balls be effective on this pitch? Only time will tell, but that's where I'm a bit concerned. I might chased 190 in 14 overs against RR on this ground. Not easy ground to defend on. Yes, I remember that game. I think it was for Mumbai to qualify. उसमें Corey Anderson फोड़ के रख दिया था मेरे हिसाब से. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But that wraps it up, Fez. Last thoughts? Anything you want to say?
Nothing. Just waiting for this match. 2-3 minutes to go. अब जाके सीधा कॉफी लेके बढ़ाने का है. बेहतरीन देख के टेंशन में आने का है. But I'm very confident India is going to ease this out, hopefully, inshallah.
I don't know whether I'm more excited for the game or to talk to you after the game. I'm excited for both.
You guys please join us while watching us, and we'll be watching this probably. We will be coming back.
Let's say a few, like maybe 15-20 minutes after the game, we'll try to come live because there's a United game the night also, so we won't keep it too late.
पहले टनहैक भाई आके चलेंगे अपने पास.
हाँ?
पहले टनहैक भाई आके चलेंगे अपने पास उमरान मलिक का कमेंट देके.
हाँ, तो उस हिसाब से हम कर लेंगे. We won't be too late, but we'll give you a bit of a break so you can catch your breath after the game, and then we'll come on hopefully. So we will catch you after the game. Make sure you like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and hoping for a great game and a great stream after. Take care, everybody. See you soon.